Today we're talking about double standards in dating and toxic feminism. We watched a clip the other day of a girl kind of on a dating show telling guys, about herself, and the guys seemed very unimpressed. It looked like they were sort of judging her because of the way she looked. Like there were a lot of other prettier women there. So I want to show you the clip. There's a big twist to this clip, a massive twist, but this went like super viral on X. So I want to show you the clip. I want to see what you guys think. I mean, you saw the clip. What did you think?
Yeah, like they just there for looks. That looks like they, because she sounds sweet and, like a normal girl, but why are they not
like what's their problem? Like they look super shallow and everything.
Yes.
So let's have a look at the clip quickly. I'm going to show you this clip. Let's go. All right, so this is the dating show. This is the girl, and let's play the clip.
Okay, I'm Riley. I'm 24. I'm from Houston, Texas. And honestly, I'm down for any good adventure. I just got scuba dive certified and I'm planning to go to Australia this summer, so I'm super excited about that. And then I just picked up skiing like 2 years ago, and I honestly love any themed party. Like those are like my favorite things to go to, my favorite things to plan. And I'm looking for someone that wants to be my adventure buddy, and it's someone that I can trust in and is going to be there for me.
Aww. If any gentleman would like to get to know Riley more, please step forward.
They're nervous.
They're
Come on,
scared.
guys.
Ooh, they're so
Anyone.
scared.
Come on.
Hey Riley, we're gonna have you sit down, but thank you for introducing yourself.
Justice for Riley. Whoa, justice for Riley. Like, looks pretty harsh. Hey?
Very harsh.
When you see it like that, you're kind of like, damn, that's a bit hectic.
And then I look at some of them, I'm like, I don't think you should judge too much.
No, it's not like they were like the most like best looking guys or anything like that,
But it also says that at the top, she's way too cool for them. So now obviously they're making justice for Riley.
Riley's way too cool for these like losers
that didn't pick her.
Judgmental. Like it's really painting these guys in a terrible light, actually.
Terrible.
Like, I mean, they look like just shallow, superficial bricks. Look, they just kind of, obviously they like look that it looks like they're just looking at, there's hotter chicks there and they don't want her, right? But there's a massive big but, yeah. Then you get to see more context, okay? So this is how they portrayed it on X, and this thing went completely viral. So let's show you the context. Let's actually show you what actually happened in the show that changes everything. So let's go to this one here. That's why I love X. Check this out. Check it out. There's a curtain in between. Okay.
That changes the whole picture.
That changes everything, okay?
Exactly.
Now all of a sudden, I mean, like if we look at this in context, this is a completely different thing here. Like these guys haven't got a clue what she looks like.
No, they have no clue. And it's maybe because she's the first girl, they know they're there, they have to choose someone. I don't know if I would want to listen, hear a few other people first before I maybe choose.
Yeah, no, 100%. So basically, somebody has literally gone out. I mean, this is evil.
Why would you do that?
This is just turning on more hatred for men, like making women hate men. Like men are these judgmental assholes, just care about one thing.
But who is this person that did that? Why would you do that to now go and make... So there must be something wrong with you. I mean, no one would take it was deliberately cut like that to show, take the curtain out.
100%. Yeah, so we don't get the context. And I mean, if I'm on that show, I'm one of those guys. It's the first girl up there. You kind of feel like you want to get a bit of you want. I mean, how you suppose you kind of need something to weigh up your options against. Like there's no way to weigh up your options. It's the first person. You're like, okay, let me hear a couple, and then I can. Oh, okay, that person's nice or whatever. But you need, So first person as well. And now, I mean, the comments are just like, losers. Look at these like idiots. Look what they look like. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with that one? I mean, and I guess look. What she's talking about scuba diving. She's talking about she likes adventure, that sort of thing. That's cute, I guess, at that age. That's kind of what you're into, what you want to do. But I don't know, like one interesting thing about this, or one thing that sort of comes to my mind is she's sort of talking to the guys about sort of what she wants. I also feel like, so they're just listening. She doesn't ever mention what she brings to the table. She's just kind of saying, I want this, I want this, I want this. Or I like this, so you need to come and I want to do this stuff. Which is, I guess, kind of cute, and I guess it's maybe a bit naive. But I mean,
she's 23.
Is she? Okay, yeah.
I don't think they think like that at that age. Don't you think? That it is, she's telling them what she's into. And that's what she likes. And if you like that too, cool. Choose me.
Hang out.
Yes, let's hang out.
So if you were on that show now, what would you be saying? Would you be kind of going, what you into?
Yes, I think I would. Because I don't know.
What about what you bring to the table? Let's just say, because you see, here's the thing that I find is a problem right now. What I find is a problem is I feel like we're not looking at relationships the right way. I feel like we're looking at it as somebody just to have fun with. You know, it's just to have, we're going to have fun. I'm young, I want to have fun, right? But we should be looking at we shouldn't be looking at relationships like that. If you want to have fun, go get a friend. Have a friend, okay? And I think this is the problem with, dating. I think it's a problem with relationships. I think this is a problem with a lot of divorces, okay? Because you want fun, I want to have fun, that sort of thing. So you're not looking for character.
For sure.
And I feel like if you want to have fun with your mates. Go and have fun with your mates. Go do scuba diving with your mates. But when you're actually looking for a partner, now you actually need to look for character. You need to look for somebody who you can build a life together with. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this?
No, for sure. And if you put it like that, no, definitely. The man I wanted at 21 is not the man that I want today. But it comes with, I guess, it's wisdom. You need to have wisdom. And what does wisdom come with? The wisdom comes from the Lord, I think.
But does it just come from the Lord? Or does it come from your upbringing? Does it come from the culture that you're in? Because I feel like the culture that we're in right now creates this narrative. The culture 60 years ago, it was very different. You didn't look for a buddy to go scuba diving with and go party with. You look for somebody to build a life together with. And this is the problem that I think we have today in the culture.
Have you also heard that they say arranged marriages, not that I'm for it, but they have actually a way higher success rate, because in that culture it's like you are, arranged marriage happens and they kind of stay with each other. So you're 100% right. Culture has a very...
Arranged marriages, don't they kill you if you aren't those Muslims or something? That might be something as well.
Yes, it's probably Muslim.
You like disgrace the family, so they kill you.
My son's friends' parents met and they got married in 36. Yeah, but they're Arabs.
Are they?
No, they're Lebanese.
But they are Catholic though, aren't they?
Yes, but they're not Muslim, but they also, in that day, that's what you did. You would maybe meet someone and you'd get married quite quickly. And they're very happily married still today. So I think it was just, what I wanted to say is culture has a big say in this as well. You get arranged marriages and then they can't leave. Doesn't matter what they do because they'll chop your head off. Yeah. So... that was maybe not such a good, what do you call it?
Yeah, so if you look at culture today, men and women, right? Like the women go up there and they've got to and they basically go, this is me, this is what I like to do, this is who I am. The guys go up there and they have to go like, this is who I am, this is what I have, this is how well I'm doing, this is how tall I am. Do you see the difference?
For sure.
The girls are like, I need somebody to so that I can to make my life more fun.
Yes.
The guys are like, okay, I'm someone who can pay for your fun life.
For sure. That is. And I mean, I even look at myself at that time. That's what you want. I wanted a good-looking guy that has money. And that's definitely right. And that's also where this toxic feminism came in as well. That, you know, like I can buy my own flowers.
I can hold my own hand. So sad. That is just actually the saddest song. But it's sort of like, but it's as if it's this like anthem. I can hold my own hand. Like, screw you, I don't need anyone.
Yes.
I'm sorted all by myself. And then, you know, like, I mean, and it's stuff like, you know, like, if men are looking for a hot woman, they're shallow. But if a woman looks for a tall guy, because it's always tall, I don't know why, they always want these 6 foot whatever, with money, they have standards.
Yes.
Like, that's cool. You got standards because you want to do it with money, because he's not a bum. But meantime, the guy could be the biggest bum, but he's like a trust fund baby, or he's a millionaire.
Or he abuses you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You can have money and abuse him.
But he's a good man then.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like, it's so screwed up people's perception of what they should be looking for in a partner, and it's so wrong, because for me it's character. It all goes down to character, both ways. It's character. It's the person that you could become. That's how I see it.
And we can judge from it, because we got together on that basis of actually completely the wrong way.
No, I was broke though.
No, yeah, I don't know how that happened. You were just very I don't know how that happened. You're 100% right, because you were broke, but still, we didn't get together because of character. Otherwise, we wouldn't even go for each other.
Yeah.
So, but that is luckily because God came into our story. It changed us, but before,
I know.
Most people that if you not healed, and you will go for the wrong things, I think.
Yeah, one thing that I think is just it's messed up is women want the finished product. They want the finished product. Men kind of just have to be like, okay, you know, we have to just accept women for who they are. You know, it's almost as if like they think they are the finished product, you know? And that is something that is actually so sad. And there's 2 reasons to that. The first is, if you get a guy and he's successful, made it all by himself, on his own, you know, and now you kind of come in and now you just want to kind of get spoilt and enjoy the lifestyle that he's created. You aren't actually a partner. You just like... You're just kind of like somebody extra, and he actually doesn't need you. He actually doesn't need you. Yeah. So what we've seen, obviously we're much older. You've seen this a lot with some of your mates marrying these super wealthy guys, and they get to their 30s, mid-30s, had a couple of kids, mid-30s, not as hot as they were in their 20s, and the oaks are like, cheers, let me get a 20-year-old. Because you actually bring no value. You have no value for that person. You bring no value to him. But with us, you know, you met me when I was at my lowest. Yeah. I know you say I was hot, whatever, but I mean, I was broke as broke could possibly be. I had 300 Rand in my bank account, something like that. 300 Rand, how much dollars is that? How much dollars is that? That's not even like, I don't know, whatever, but it's yachts bugger all, okay? And together, we have actually built a life together.
Yes.
You stuck by me when I was broke. You stuck by me when I was struggling. You stuck by me, you know, through all the hard times. You know, when I wasn't a good husband, when I wasn't a good, you stuck by me, and I've been able to grow, and I've been able to, we've been able to build our life together. We've been able to build businesses together. We've raised our kids together. You know, like, I know it wasn't always perfect, but that is actually part of the journey. That's part of the adventure, is growing together and creating something together. So now where I'm at a place where I'm a lot more stable, you know, can buy a nice car, you know, like have multiple businesses, that sort of thing. You know, like our kids are kind of grown up now. So, you know, obviously have more, you know, disposable income. Now it's like, I value you so much, you know, because
Thanks.
like honestly, looks means nothing. I don't really care about looks, even though I'm so blessed that you are so beautiful. Okay, just gonna throw that in there. But like, like I feel like if we got here together, you know, like it was a team effort. It wasn't
For
just
sure.
me, and I know that because there's times when I've felt my confidence is just like, geez, can I even do this? But like you have confidence in me, you have faith in me. Sometimes I'll be kind of relying on your confidence, you know, for me to get through things, you know, to succeed in whatever I'm doing, you know. So it really is a partnership. And I mean, I don't know, like in the Bible, you know, God even says, you know, created Adam, and he said it's not right for him to be alone, and he created Eve. You know, that was God's plan from the beginning, you know, to do it in a team as a partnership, you know. I don't know, what do you think?
No, for sure. Like, with us growing together luckily we've been growing in the same way as well, because you get a lot of marriages then also that where, I mean, I've got some friends that, you know, then the one has grown and the other one stay behind, or the other way around, and then that's also, then they get divorced at, they normally say 7 years, 14 years, 21 years. But the thing is, life is always going to be hard sometimes, and your marriage is not going to stay in love, you know, butterflies all the time. It's work. And if you exit at the lowest point, you're never going to make the highest point again, and you're going to, and you're going to, if you choose someone else or go for someone else, it's going to happen the same way. It's always going to be like that. So marriage is a partnership. It's working together, and obviously the most important thing is sticking to God, because then the foundation is the same. And even though you go through hard things, you haven't built your foundation on sand, but on Him. And then you can go from where we were, you know, completely broken, but because our foundation was God, He's just made everything new. And our marriage is now the best probably that it's ever been.
Yeah, and I mean, it's good now, but you know, 2 years, 3 years time, we don't know what challenges are going to come. But I'll tell you one thing is, those challenges become easier, I think, as we go, you know, because we know we've been through things, we've been through struggles, we become stronger, you know, like we rely on each other. And that's another thing, you said, you know, I can hold my own hand, I can buy myself flowers, blah, 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 you know, until you get cancer. Okay? Until you get cancer, hold your own hand in your hospital bed with cancer, you know, like these single, you know, like, I don't need no man, woman, don't need a family because I want to buy my Gucci and Louis Vuitton bags. There you are, 30 years old, in hospital with cancer, and who do you have?
No,
you got nobody. You're all on your own. Okay, like trying to get through that stuff, right? And you got a family. I mean, you went through cancer now. You had all your boys around you. You had me around you. You know, like, imagine doing that all by yourself.
Exactly. And even though, people say, but I've got family and friends, it's different having like your best friend with you, your partner. It's a different thing, and it also brings you closer if the foundation's right. It can also push people away. I mean, I know people that got divorced after they've got cancer, you know, like trauma can either push you together or it can push you apart. But if the foundation is right, if God is there, it should just make it stronger. Because in times like that, you can only lean on God and your partner, you know, the most. You need people. And that's, you know, and so many women now, I think with the toxic feminism or whatever, it's all career, and then they open their eyes and they're in their 40s, they don't have a man, they don't have children, and they're like, okay, what now? So, I mean, obviously some women want that. I don't think we weren't created for that. We were created to...
I mean, I think most women want to have a family. They want to be moms. They want to experience that. It's an awesome experience, a little baby, bringing up a child. I mean, even guys, I know guys, for me, it was amazing. I loved every kind of stage, of their lives. I loved every stage of it. I loved them at every stage. It's such an awesome thing to experience that and to have that.
And I mean, I've even seen my sister. She was very anti. She didn't want children forever. She didn't want it. She was, I'm the one that, I wish I had another 20. And we always say to her, if she meets the right man, then it would change. And luckily for her, I mean, she did now. She's only been married for, I think, 3 or 4 years. And she's got her first little one. He does have a son. So, I mean, she has been a stepmom to him, and now she's 44, and her little girl is coming in a
couple of months, weeks,
5 weeks.
Cool. Yes.
And can you imagine what she could have lost out on? Because now she's like so excited, and it wasn't even a thing for her. She said no, not gonna have kids. They actually decided last year. She thought, okay, shame, he's only had one, maybe must try. She tried for 6 months. She actually said to me December, she doesn't know if she's in the mood, and then she was pregnant. And now it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And the only thing is that women, like, she's lucky that she fell pregnant at her age and everything's fine and it's perfect. But what if you leave it too late, and then you're missing out on...
Yep.
You've got all this money and all these things. Freedom.
Supposed freedom.
But you will never experience that unconditional love, because there's only unconditional love for your children. Really. It's awesome.
No, it is. Look, it's awesome, but I'll tell you what really, really helps it, hey, and keeps it grounded, is just to have God. Hey, and a good understanding of God. Because I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but when both of my kids, I wasn't saved when I had both of them, and I'd been brought up very, very in a very strict household, a very strict way. I couldn't step out of line. I couldn't do anything wrong. I would get big trouble if I did. And I started to raise. Obviously, you do what you've learned, because you don't know any other way. You don't know that there's another way. You think that is the right way. Yes. The way that you were brought up, you think is how is what you must do. So it was amazing and also I got saved, but the way I brought up my kids didn't change. I'll tell you a few things that did change when I first got saved was, I guess, my beliefs, just reading the Bible and the general kind of beliefs that Christians have. I got the general beliefs, but my heart hadn't completely changed. And that took time. Got it to change my heart. But when my heart really, really changed was when I understood grace.
For sure.
That is insane. When I understood grace, the change that it made with me and my children and me and your children as well, it's like night and day. Because when you're still living like you have to do things, and if you don't get it right, you're going to get into trouble and all of that, you are always a bit insecure about yourself. You're a little bit, you're unsure a lot of the time. So you're unsure about, am I doing things right? Am I on the right path? Is God happy with me? Is he cross with me? Like, just that, the relationship that you have with God affects everything in your life.
Exactly.
So when I understood grace and I understood that God is happy with me, he's forgiven me, I am loved, I can't do anything more to be more loved by him. It just softened my heart so much to my kids. And it gave me a heart of flesh that, like, when they mess up, it's okay. I could forgive them.
Yes.
I could, I didn't have to be so strict and so hard, how I was brought up. It almost broke that bondage that was on me. And I just became a much, much more loving, even though I thought I was loving
Yes.
before. But I mean, you can't even compare how
No.
I was before to how I am now, how much more loving I am. And it's like night and day. And it's just, I feel like every parent needs to understand this. And it's not that my kids are just hooligans. Our kids are amazing. They really are good. Look, some of them do step out of line and that, but look, there's a lot of out of line as they go astray. Let me say they go astray sometimes, okay? But I think it is good for kids to do this because they do need to learn on their own. But let me tell you, they are so grounded in Jesus, and they are so, they love God.
Yes.
And if we can have grace and just trust that he's also guiding them, and he's also,
For sure.
has them on the right track, it's just so amazing to watch them grow, because we also have to understand, God is also in them and he's guiding them too. And it's just,
sure.
it just changes everything.
That's the minute condemnation leaves you. Everything in life is that stops you from living free is that condemnation. I mean, I had it with my children, because at one stage they had to go live with their dad because of financial issues, whatever. And for a long time, I had that I was not with them, I was not good enough, like now, it affected our...
No, it caused a lot of issues in our
between
relationship.
us,
And even towards your kids.
Yes, exactly. And when God changed that for me, making me realize, like, listen, I love them more than you love them. I've got them. You cannot be a perfect parent. At that time, you could do only what you knew and what you had and what I believed. If I probably believed also that God's taking care of them, I wouldn't have had that guilt. You know what I mean? It comes to like faith that God, I wouldn't have had that on top of me, like, oh, I haven't done this, no, God's got them. He'll help me. And I think a lot of, when I realized that also, and that came, like you say, from just understanding grace completely and just trusting God has got it all. Because it takes that everything, that condemnation, that worry, and it just, it breaks the yoke.
Sure. So I want to just bring it back a little bit to what we were talking about dating and finding people. And another problem that we have in our day and age, and this is actually something I was told as a child, obviously I wasn't brought up in a Christian household, but is you need to sort of test the waters, like go and sample the fruit.
Yes.
I don't know, for a lack of a better sort of...
You test drive a car before you drive it. Like go and test drive a few cars. Yeah,
the problem is the more cars you test drive, the more you wreck the car, actually.
Yes, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
So, it's like this sort of sleep around, see what you like, but the truth is, the more you sleep around, the more you do that, the more you wreck yourself.
I mean, like, I don't know if I've said it before, but God says, be wary of laying of hands on people. So someone mustn't just lay hands on you and pray for you. Can you imagine then how bad it is just sleeping around? Because you pick up, you become one. There's a soul tie there. And now you go sleep around, and we're not judging because we've done, both of us have done this.
Lots.
And so we're not coming from a place of judgment. We just, we can see it now, and we can try and warn people or just...
So, the thing with breaking up, verse in the Bible, it says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. That's Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart. And when you're getting into relationships and you're breaking up, it freaking hurts, eh?
That's the thing.
It hurts, and it wrecks you. Every time you're in one, it wrecks you. So, I'm just thinking, relationships I was in when I broke up, you messed for like months, you could be messed for months, and then you get into another one and another one. So it's not teaching you to be better. It's messing you up.
Yes.
And it teaches you to kind of detach emotionally. So sometimes you'll get into a relationship, but you're not actually fully in it.
No, because you're scared.
Yeah,
of
because you're
getting
scared, of course, because you've been hurt before and stuff. So it's not a good thing. It actually damages you.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially women, you know, like, look, actually, you know what? They always just say it's especially women because women can't detach. But I mean, it messes up guys too. You know, how body counts, that sort of thing.
God says, and you cleave, your souls cleave to each other, like it's a cleaving. So now, can you imagine, it's like tearing, like something that's, take two papers being stuck together, and now try and rip them apart. That's why it hurts you so much. But if you haven't slept with someone, there's not that connection. It's so much easier to break up and just walk away, and because there's not you know, that soul tie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it says for that you become one flesh.
Flesh, exactly.
Sure.
So, and
And
that's
it says, therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate.
exactly.
So really, hooking up,
No.
testing the waters is a terrible thing to do. I'm sorry.
Terrible.
We got to stop this. We got to get this out of our culture. We got to teach our children differently. We have to. What I do with my kids, what I teach my kids is, what I tell all my kids, I'm like, don't even worry about a girlfriend. Don't worry about a partner. Don't even think about it, you know, as they're growing up. I'm like, don't even get in. Don't even go there. All right.
Yes.
But when they are there, they need to look for the person with good character, the person who is going to be their life partner. They look for their partner. They don't go looking for, like trying and testing and all of that. Like, I don't know what's it's coming to me, that story where who sent his servant out to go and look for with the camels, and then she got water for the camels and everything.
It was for Rachel.
Was it?
It was Isaac.
Isaac. Okay.
For Jacob, he was looking for a
wife. Abraham.
Yes, Abraham sent for Isaac. Yes.
Yeah. Abraham didn't want his son Isaac to marry from among the Canaanites, so he sent his chief servant. So the servant took 10 of Abraham's camels, traveled to Mesopotamia, to Nora's town, where he met Rebecca, who became Isaac's wife.
No, not Rachel, Rebecca.
Rebecca, there we go. So, okay, cool. At least we look for that.
We got
Okay,
the first
where he met
letter right.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was like, he asked God to give his son a wife, and he asked God, and he found one person. It wasn't like he was sampling. Let me try this. Let me try that. They were just living their lives. Live your life. You know, what God puts in front of you, deal with that. You know, like deal with your schoolwork, deal with your studies, deal with your career, deal with your business, whatever it is, whatever's in front of you, deal with that. You know, God will, and then speak to God. So God, send me a wife, and look for a wife. Don't look for a
Flues.
a fling. Don't look for a fun buddy to go to parties. You know, look for a wife. That is it.
Yes.
Don't mess around. Don't guard your heart.
Guard your heart.
Your heart is
100%.
so precious, so important.
Exactly.
What God joins together, let no man tear apart. Eh?
Yes.
So, and that means you too. You know, if you're a man, you're tearing yourself apart. You're tearing yourself. You're damaging somebody else as well. You got to think about that. You're damaging another person. You know.
I also try and tell my boys, think of that woman. She is someone's future mother, and she's someone's daughter as well. You know, she's not just a thing that you are using for your pleasure. Even like when we've chatted to them about porn, even I'm like, yes, you see it, but that is half of them are being drugged, and half of them actually just doing it because they think there's no way out. You know, they need to do it for money. Very few women will do something like that because they like it. They might pretend so, but they don't. And men has got to start seeing women as their maybe future wife, future mother of their children. And if you look at any woman like that, you will have more respect for them, I think, as well. You know?
So what should you look for in a partner? What should you look for? I'm an exception to the rule because I don't think I had good character at all. I wasn't saved. But God can save anybody. He can work with anyone. One thing we must also understand is you cannot change a person.
No.
You cannot change a person. So don't even try. Like, don't be, if you somebody who's like, yeah, I'm going to go with them, but I can change them. I can help them and
No.
stuff. Like, but
And
good
women like
freaking
that.
luck, but good luck.
Women especially, we can fix someone. We always pick someone and then
Someone
we
with
think
money.
well, whatever. If you're not healed and you're not in a good place, it's not you. You will have character flaws. So you're going to pick someone that's got character flaws as well. So I think, first of all, you need to be alone and ask God to heal your heart if you've come out of a divorce or whatever. You can't just go for the next person. You need to, spend time alone with God, get healed, and then if you are healed, you will be repelled by issues, by red flags.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you're not, red flag, you won't even see a red flag. You will think, oh, I can fix them. And that's what will happen.
Yeah.
So, and then after that, obviously, if you're a Christian, and you will start looking for, like, the fruits of the Spirit, that is because that's patience, it's kindness. And no one will have it all together, but because no one's perfect.
What I would look for, and I tell my kids this, I would really like my kids to, be with a Christian woman.
For sure.
100%, whether she is Christian already or she becomes Christian. I mean, just to have Jesus. Like I said, you can't change a person, but Jesus can.
Yes.
I actually watched a thing the other day, some, I don't know, guru, and he was talking about how he's like, you can't change. You just are how you are, and you can't change. And he was like going on like, at least know what your flaws are. And kind of try and deal with your flaws, but that's just how you're going to be. And that's just how you are. And I was just like, no ways. For him, no. For him, he can't.
Yeah.
And he can, though.
He can.
If he gets saved, let me tell you, God can do a work in you, amazing work in you. Like, I know I have changed. I'm like a completely different person.
Yeah.
And thank God. And I look back at the person I was. And the thing is that I don't think I was a bad person. But I wasn't great. And I know who I am now, and I know how far I've come, and I know how God really has worked in me and changed me. So a big thing for me is to have Jesus. You need Jesus in your marriage, and you need a person who loves Jesus.
Yeah, like you found your identity and you found it in Jesus, and everything of Jesus is good. It's love. And if you find your identity in that, you won't be shaken. You will have, because Jesus forgives, Jesus loves, Jesus has peace, Jesus has everything. So if your identity is in that, you will become like that. And I mean, for all our sons also, I pray for their future wives. I don't know who they are, but I ask God to prepare their hearts, to guide, to keep them safe, to, in any case, my household will be saved. So whoever's come into my household with my sons and them, they must just know if they're not saved, they're going to get saved. It is just, there's blood on our doorposts, and whoever's inside, you're going to be saved.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think that's a good thing. I mean, Abraham's servant prayed to God to give him favor to find a good wife. So we should do the same. Let's take a page out of the Bible and do the same thing. And so obviously I would look at being saved, being Christian, or at least that their heart is softened, that they're willing to listen, they're willing to be open to hearing the gospel. That's huge, because once you hear the gospel and you can just receive it.
Yeah, you receive. That's the thing.
Your heart's
receive
gonna change.
I mean, that was one thing when I met you. Like, even though I was completely off the rails and broken, I was just broken. When you said to me, when we broke up, and you said to me, I will never be a Christian, I actually went to God and I said, I don't know if I can be with someone that said they'll never be a Christian. And the Holy Spirit just said to me, you've got a soft spirit. You've got a seeking spirit. Or you've got a seeking soul.
Wow.
And I kind of just felt, okay. And then 3 months later, you got saved. So I would not advise to do it that way, because God said, don't be unequally yoked, because it is much harder. It makes, if you don't have the same beliefs, and it's much easier to be pulled down to pull someone up. So that's why he says it's wise not to do that, but with God, nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say go out and do that.
Yeah, look, I don't know how I could honestly live my life. I wouldn't want to live my life now with a woman who's not saved. I could not
You
now.
can't.
I just could not.
You'll
My life wouldn't be the same, unfortunately. And you're absolutely right about that. It's much easier to pull a person down than to pull a person up. I mean, you lie on the floor and try to pick a person up, but you lie on the floor and try to pull a person down. You know, like literally, you can see it.
Exactly.
It's a fact.
And that's why they even say your friends. You become like if you have 5 alcoholic friends, you'll become the 6th. If you've got 5 successful friends, you become the 6th, whatever. Yeah. So it all works on the same principle. And your partner is the one you spend the most time with. So
and I mean, the
after
other thing
God,
is,
that is your the next most important person.
The other
in your
thing
life.
is, I mean, also some part of the reason why we've been successful, why we have been able to grow, is it's just also the counsel of my wife. You know, the counsel, and where is that counsel coming from? Where are your thoughts coming from? Where is that wisdom coming from? It's not coming from the world. It's not coming from stuff you've seen on social media, stuff you're just sort of plucking out the air. It comes from the Bible, and it comes from the Holy Spirit. So you read your Bible, you spend time in your Bible, you spend time praying. And, you know, when we have struggles, when we have issues, when there's problems with our business, when there's issues with customers, whatever it is, we tackle it from a biblical perspective, whether we like it or not. It's just in us. It has just become part of us, and it's become part of who we are. Even when we fight and we hate each other, when we've just had the biggest fights, there still is, God is still there, you know? I mean, I was talking earlier about how, you know, I know, you know, because of you, how I've grown, you know, like where there's times where I'm insecure, but you're there. There's times where I'm unsure, you know, but you are there, and you speak life over me. You speak the word over me, and that's how we should be. And it's not just you over me, but it's me over you.
For sure.
I mean, now when you've been sick, I've been really trying to speak what I believe in the Bible about you, and I'm speaking it over you. I speak that you are healed. I speak that you are healthy. I speak that you are fit. I speak that you are beautiful. I speak that you are, are whole. And I say that. I try and say that a lot about you. And it's amazing how you've actually... Are you getting a hot flash?
I'm getting a hot flash, yeah.
And I rebuke the hot flashes, you know, and we speak life over each other, you know.
Oh, this is, look how red I am.
I know.
What we've been dealing with.
Yeah, we're dealing with hot flashes, yeah.
And you just want to take your clothes off. 100%. And that's also why the enemy comes in a marriage, because you will see in the Bible, our relationship with God is like a marriage. We're his bride. And a marriage is kind of the worldly, or what do you say, the earthly reflection of the relationship we have with God. And that's that triangles, God, wife, and husband. And if the enemy can come in and break that up, there's trauma in the children because they instantly get a spirit of rejection. It is just a fact. And that's why a marriage is so, so important. Like, and that's why today's feminism and that is actually tackling it's to break that structure down, because God has made that structure.
Yeah.
So this modern feminism of breaking men down and making them, you know, it's pitting each other.
What it's done is it's got us to it's kind of got us to compete.
compete.
It's got like women can
Yes.
do what men can
Yes.
do. Women this, women that, men like, so what? You're a man. I can do what you can do. I'm as good as you. And it's just like, no, actually you're not as good as me.
No.
You're better at me at certain things,
Yes.
but I'm better than you at other things. And it's like, we are actually a team and we complement each other. That's why it's so awesome actually working with you. We're a team.
Yes.
Like, I know I need you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even just with our kids, it's so awesome when we work together. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing. But when you have this, like, this competition and this fighting and this, it wrecks your life. It does.
Like men are like portrayed as unnecessary, as like abusive, like because you guys are strong. And yes, you get bad men, but you get bad women too. So, but now it's gunning for men. And I mean, like, we have 5 sons. Like, women, like you said, we made differently. Men are there to protect us, should love us like Christ loved the church.
Yep.
And
Very good.
we are the helper. You women, and that's one thing though, I must say. A lot of women cannot submit to men because they don't love their wife the way they should. Women will submit where she feels safe. And because we don't have godly men out there that love like that, it's much easier. It's like, even in our marriage, I've seen, like, before, when I felt like you didn't respect me or didn't love me, it's much harder to submit. That's when you become, you know, like rebellious and you don't want to, because that's what it is. It's a rebellion. But when you love me and you're soft and you're kind and you protect me, it's so much easier. Then I want to submit to you. So it's not a submission under someone that's abusive or that's hard and you have to. Respect doesn't come from that. You know, you don't respect someone because they force it on you. You respect someone because of what you see, and it happens naturally.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess you could kind of get caught in a catch-22 situation. Like, the guy's like, well, you don't respect me, so I'm not going to do that. Or the woman's like, well, you don't do that, so I'm not going to respect you, you know. But then I guess we go back to, how did Christ love the church? He forgave and he died for us. So I guess it takes a real man to be able to put his pride in his pocket or put it on the shelf.
Exactly.
And forgive, even if your wife isn't doing what she should be. And it comes both ways. It goes both ways.
Sure.
And to be able to, you know, build her up, because she will build you up too. You build each other up, and that's how it works. So you want to look for a person with good character, who loves Jesus, and, you know, like, Jesus can do amazing things in a marriage. He can do amazing things in your life if you just put him first.
Yeah. Pride is a big thing. If you see in the Bible, pride comes before the fall. So it becomes that thing, because he's not doing this, I'm not going to do this. And the minute that comes in, you will never forgive. And that's why forgiveness is such a big thing. God forgave.
Because he loved.
Because he loved. And all of this, like, fits in so nicely. But if you can have, if you can get rid of pride and just say sorry, that's where good things can get built.
Yeah, so I really do think we need a change in our culture.
For sure.
I think the thinking, and Christians should lead the way. I mean, we need to lead the way. Because, Christians get divorced just as much as people in the world, you know.
But the thing is, it's not Christianity's understanding grace.
Oh, wow. Good.
It's not Christianity. It's actually the gospel.
Because look at the Christians that are doing it. I mean, we're just generalizing. I'm generalizing here. And yes, if you're under law, if you're still going back to law, if you're still using the law as your yardstick, because then you're going to judge. You're going to be angry. You're not going to forgive.
Anything different than a Jew or a Muslim. It's not.
So good.
You cannot do it if you put new wine in an old wine skin. It will not work. It's the gospel of Jesus. Condemnation needs to go, because if you know you're forgiven, when that flows over your subconscious and when you
spiritual soul.
know you're forgiven, that's where all these things can happen.
Then you
So
can
it's not
forgive.
just Christianity.
Wow. When you know you're forgiven, you can forgive. It's unreal. It actually just breaks it.
That
It breaks
breaks
it. Yeah.
it.
And that's going to help your marriage. That helps. For me, that just
Every
helps everything in my
relationship,
life.
every relationship,
Understanding grace.
understanding grace.
And there is no more law. We have to just move away from law.
Yes.
100%.
So you're not really any different then.
The world.
Like a
That's why we
Muslim.
look like the world. I
That's why
guess.
we look like the world. We shouldn't look like, but we cannot because we don't even have the foundation right.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good chat. Guys, I hope you've hit the subscribe button, like this video, share it with somebody.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want us to chat about. If there's, put something down below. If you're struggling with something in your marriage, in your business, and we will chat about it and give our input and what we think.
Cool. See you on the next one, guys. Cheers.
Bye.